While there may be some rabble-rousers thinking about coming to our city tomorrow, our message is clear and simple. Control yourselves. New York City is our home, not a playground for your misplaced anger.
While Trump was preparing for his arrest, President Biden was touring a Minnesota manufacturing facility and talking about jobs, a split screen the White House welcomes. The president today making his first comments on Trump's indictment.
You're going.
No, I have faith in the New York Police Department.
You have faith in the legal system at this point?
Yes.
So let's bring in Aaron Katersky. He's live outside the courthouse in Lower Manhattan again tonight for us. And Aaron, among the questions that remain this evening, will there be cameras in court tomorrow? The judge ruling on that tonight?
He's expected to, David. He signaled that he would. News organizations, including ABC News, asked to bring cameras into the courtroom. But the Trump legal team actually opposed it, saying it would create a circus-like atmosphere. Once Trump gets here tomorrow, we don't think we're going to see very much of him. He'll be driven down from his apartment on Fifth Avenue. He'll go in through a side entrance that will be blocked off by the police. He'll be processed, fingerprinted, photographed in private, and then he'll come into court using a special elevator, so he'll be visible in the hallway for only a few seconds. And he has called for protests to go on outside, but so far, David, around here, there just aren't very many of them. David?
Aaron Katersky will be on the air with you tomorrow here. Aaron, thank you. The former president, of course, no stranger to legal fights, and as tomorrow's arraignment approached, he stepped up his attacks on the prosecutor and on the judge. And there is news tonight on a key addition to Trump's legal team. ABC's chief Washington correspondent Jonathan Karl outside Trump Tower tonight.
As Donald Trump arrived in New York today, his motorcade taking him through the streets of Manhattan to Trump Tower, people close to the former president tell ABC News he wants to get it all over with and return to Florida as quickly as possible. He had previously told his allies he wanted to make a big show of defiance at the courthouse and at Trump Tower. He attempted to summon protesters. But now that the indictment is a reality, Trump wants it done with no fanfare. Trump, however, is singularly focused on criticizing both the prosecutor, Manhattan DA Alvin Bragg, and in a particularly risky move, attacking the presiding judge, Juan Merchan, the same judge who heard the case last year against the Trump Organization and who sentenced longtime CFO Alan Weisselberg to prison just this past January. In several posts over the last few days, Trump calls him a, quote, Trump-hating judge. Some legal experts are now questioning whether Judge Merchan will issue a gag order and how that would affect the former president who plans to speak from his Mar-a-Lago home when he returns tomorrow night.
So let's bring in John Karl. He's live outside Trump Tower tonight. And John, the real question tonight about whether the judge will impose this gag order in this case. We've been given no indication, we should point out, so far either way. It is a given, though, that this judge will likely be very aware of what Donald Trump says. As you just pointed out, he does plan to speak tomorrow night to reporters outside Mar-a-Lago in the hours after he's charged.
Yeah, and David, he may not say much here in New York, but once he gets back to Florida, back to Mar-a-Lago, I expect we will hear an all-out campaign against prosecutors, not just in this case, but in the other criminal investigations he is facing. An all-out campaign against the criminal justice system, a campaign that will be virtually indistinguishable from his presidential campaign. He's attacked investigators in the past, but now that he is a criminal defendant, as you know, his words can come back to haunt him. They can be used against him. Meanwhile, he has kind of ramped up his legal team, adding a former prosecutor to his criminal defense team named Todd Blanche, somebody who worked as a federal prosecutor here in New York.
Real quick, John, just out of curiosity, it looks fairly quiet, though, outside Trump Tower there.
Many, many more reporters here than just about anybody. Not many protesters at all.
All right. John Karl, we'll see you tomorrow night. Thank you, John.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.